In 2020, I didn't have a clue what I wanted to do in life. I was completely lost, like 100%. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I would just walk around, lie around in my house. I didn't have a goal. I didn't have a purpose. I didn't have a vision. The only thing that I saw and the only thing that I was focused on was the present moment. You know, being focused in the present moment is something that it can seem something positive, whatever, but it's not, because when you're only focused on the present, you're doing instant gratification activities, and so you're ruining your future self happiness for the happiness of today, right? That's basically what I would do all day. And then what happened is I was a lot on Instagram, and I started to see a lot of reels of basketball because I really loved basketball. You know, I started to play in video games at first, and then in real life, and I started to see basketball things on my feed, and I really loved it. I started to see Kobe Bryant motivational content, and I started to get really hyped up with this content. I started to work out like crazy, and I wanted to go in the NBA then. I worked out for 2 years. I really was motivated to go in the NBA. Everyone knew, everyone thought I was crazy. Me, I heard all these motivational quotes online. Yeah, everyone will think you're crazy and then you're gonna make it and everything. I was like, I'm the only one that's right. So I worked out. As I worked out and I became better, I really started to think that I would go into the NBA. And then what happened? I hit a wall. Because I understood that there's more to the plan. Yes, I was doing everything right, I was practicing everything, but I never was in a real team. There was a lot of things missing for me to get to that goal until I realized that it just wasn't possible. I couldn't go in the NBA. I would never. Maybe I could play to a more professional level, but I didn't give a fuck. My vision always was the NBA. That's what was motivating me. So I didn't give a fuck about something else. So it hit me. I was really sad. I was sick and depressed for a few days until I revisited my purpose and I started to think about what I really wanted. I've been wasting 2 years of my life doing something that would bring me nowhere. And it's all because of all the bullshit that we see on social media. You know, there's all these desires that arise from social media. There's all these desires that arise from TV or whatever. You can just go in the gym, you can just go in the street, and you're gonna see someone do something, or just someone being who he is, and you're gonna be inspired, and then a new desire is gonna come in your mind, and you're gonna want to become that thing. But you see, if you have a growth mindset, you believe that no matter what you do, you can become really good at it and you can basically succeed at anything. You just have to do it enough and be smart about it, and you're gonna succeed. This is what a growth mindset is. But the thing is, social media and all these things that you're on, they put desires in your mind. And that's the thing, they put desires in your mind. These desires don't come from you, alright? You didn't have this desire before. This desire isn't authentic. It's not what you really want. And so if you see something on social media and you start to do this thing, sometimes it can be good, you know, in a way. If you really like it, you start to do it, and you realize you succeed at it and everything fine. Social media is putting a lot of desires onto you that are not authentic, that are not you, and these desires can bring you to waste a lot of years of your life, and this is really bad for you. All right, you have to either start to be more self-conscious about it, or you have to just quit social media, because this is really bad. This can ruin a lot of years of your life. So what you can do is simply be more self-conscious about it, or you can be, as I said, you can just quit social media. But I'm gonna be a little bit more realistic about it. Quitting social media isn't really the easiest thing for us, you know, especially today, our routine really turned around social media. So we can leave it, we can quit social media, but not like that, you know. So we need a quicker solution. So just what I'm gonna tell you is a little tactic, a little strategy that is really gonna help you. Every single time that you go on social media, and if you're a purposeful guy, if you have a growth mindset and you're always on your purpose, ask yourself, the purpose that you're doing right now, where did this desire come from? Was it something that was internal, or was it something that came from the outside? If it comes from the outside, it's not necessarily bad. It's just that, do you really want it, or do you only want like the social validation or all these materialistic things that come with it? Because for me, with the NBA, the reason I was like, I stopped training and everything is because I realized, yes, maybe I can't go, but also like I don't really love the lifestyle. Like I wouldn't really love waking up every day and playing basketball with people that don't look like me. Like these people are tall as fuck, they speak in English, you know. I speak in English in these videos, but like my first language is French. So yeah, these people, I don't have anything in common with these people. It would be stupid, you know. I wouldn't be happy. Like this is a life that seems really like trash, and you know, but I would get a lot of social validation and everything. What I was inspired by with Kobe Bryant was the fact that he was charismatic and everything, and for sure he got a lot of social validation, and this is what brought me to want to be in the NBA. But this isn't authentic. It wasn't something that I would really love to do, alright? And then I asked myself, where did desire come from? And it was completely from social media, Kobe Bryant, social validation, all that thing. I was like, damn, it's been 2 years. I've been wasting 2 years trying to get in the NBA, and I never really cared about it. But I had the impression, but it was all an illusion, that I actually cared about it, but it was completely false, you know? So don't get caught up in it. And then I asked myself internally, what do I really want? At that time I was watching more self-improvement videos, and I heard about business and everything. I heard about it. It came from the outside. But I was like, would I love this life? Yeah, like it's like a game. Like I would love to wake up every morning and just work on my things. I would love to make a lot of money. I would love to have the ability to buy whatever I want. And it would bring me also some kind of social validation and everything. But like, it's alright because the foundation of what I want is there. So it's perfect, you know. That's something I really want. I also was like, I want to get onto weightlifting. I love this lifestyle. I love training. I love like waiting for results and then they come and I'm happy, you know. I love that. So that's how I found it. Even though these things came from the outside, I really thought about, do I really want them? Would I be happy to do these things every day? And the answer was yes, right? So every time that you get caught up in a new desire, just ask yourself this question: where did this desire come from? Because I was living Kobe Bryant's dream. I wasn't living my own. Even though it was intentional, it's the same as if I was living my parents' dream for me to be a doctor. It's not the case, but for some people it's the case, and they're living their dreams. And sometimes they're not aware, but sometimes they get aware and they're like, that's not my dream. I don't want that for real, you know, because being a doctor is terrible. It's a terrible job if you don't love it, all right? It's terrible. And that's the same with the NBA basketball. It's a terrible job if you don't love it. Like, I love playing basketball, but I love playing basketball. I wouldn't love it as a job and with people that I don't even know, you know. That's the thing, because desires can make you lose a lot of time of your life, you know. For some people it's discipline that they're missing, and that's a good thing. Like with basketball, I built this discipline and everything, and I can teach everything about it. But really, what stopped me for a long time, and what can stop you too, or is even stopping you right now and you just realized it, is desires, new desires that arise. And most people are not aware of that, right? Because the more desires you have, the less desires you're gonna be able to fulfill, all right? So you have to have as less desires as possible and really focus 100% on them. And like every single time that you have a new desire that arises, ask yourself this question: where did this come from? If I start to do it, will it really help me or stop me, block me, make me slower? right? Because for me personally, I realized like I have a lot of desires that arise. I could talk a lot about my desires because I have a lot, but it's like right now I just say fuck you to all of them because I have the few desires that I'm focusing on, and every single other desires that come in my mind, I'm just like fuck that. Like, all right, like I have these desires. Some of them I realize that it's because of social validation, so it's not authentic. I wouldn't want to do it. But others, I'm like, yes, I would love to do it, but you know, I'm 18 years old, I have time, I'm gonna do them later. So right now I just focus on money, weightlifting, YouTube, and that's it. The other desires that come in my mind, I don't do them. I'm gonna be waiting, you know, when I'm done with what I'm doing right now, then I'm gonna do these desires. All right, I hope this helps you. I lost a lot of time with basketball, like 2 years, and it's really sad. I'm just wondering if I started business and weightlifting earlier, where I would be right now, probably with a lot of money. But yeah, this concept of desires I learned by myself, but also I heard about it in Adani school with Hamza. I saw that it's really something that a lot of people struggle with, and when they learn this concept, it really helped them. So that's really an important concept. Just control your desires and you're gonna succeed. All right, have a nice day.